Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sultan Everin and I have a passion for cooking. We usually do it together, myself and my daughter Anika. She will be doing the introduction further.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'm Anika. Like my mom says, we have a passion for cooking, which we've turned into a small business. So we cater from home. We do savory, sweets, and our platters have become quite a hit in the corporate world. Today, we will be cooking for you a creamy prawn curry, which is quite an indulgent dish, but it's something that you can have on special occasions like Eid, or whether you're celebrating a work promotion or anything like that. While it is quite an indulgent dish, it's really simple to make and easy to put together, and you don't need that many ingredients. You will need an onion, grated tomato, tomato paste, curry leaves, some butter, salt, cumin, coriander, turmeric, and chili powder. Also some yogurt, some coriander for garnishing, and of course the prawns. And then I've got some cream in the fridge, which we'll add at the end. So the first thing you need to do is make sure that your prawns are well cleaned and drained, and then you've got to mix the spices into the yogurt. And this doesn't need to marinate for a long time because prawns cook quite quickly, and you don't want anything, you don't overcooked when it's in the pot.
So it must be stirred through.
Yeah, stirred through like. Stirred through quite thoroughly so all the spices are well mixed into the yogurt before you pour it over the prawns. Want to do that?
I'll do that for you.
So while my mom does that, I'll start braising the onion in some butter, and I prefer butter or ghee to braise the onions because oil sometimes leaves drifts a bit on the final product of the dish. And then curry leaves are one of my favorite ingredients, so I add that to the onions, and then already you'll be able to start smelling that your dish smells like the curry that it's going to become.
So that's stirred through on the side.
Yeah. Today we're serving this with savory rice. You can also have it with roti or flatbreads, or even for the banters out there, cauliflower rice if that's what you want to do. Okay. So we just want this to soften and to be a nice golden color before we add the other ingredients in it. Okay.
I'll be doing the rice after Anika has done that. I will be braising the onion with the dhania, and the rice is cooked already. It's any cooked rice, you just pot, and then once that is braised with your onion and the dhania, you just mix it through the rice and it's ready to serve.
It's quite simple. It's something so simple that it makes the dish so much more delicious than just having plain old boarding rice. You even want to eat the rice on its own without the food sometimes.
And Anita's braising the onion and the tomatoes, and she's added the tomato paste. I've added the masala and the nutmeg. So once Anita's done with the braising and that, then we will be adding the prawns. And once the prawns is in, it will have to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Am I right, Anita?
Yeah, look, it depends on, these prawns are pink shells, but if you have the grey tiger prawns, you'll be able to see they've changed colour. But it takes about 10 minutes to cook, so that should be about right, depending on the size of the prawn as well.
I'm just taking the prawns and shells, and half is without the shells.
So you want the onion, tomato and tomato paste to cook until it's a nice deep color before you add your prawns. And now that all your aromatics are braised, you add your prawns, and the reason I'm using a spatula is sometimes the yogurt sticks to the bowl, and that's where all the flavor is, and you really want to get all of that out before you clean the bowl, because it's a lot of flavor that's left in. So you want to make sure that you're scraping every last bit out so that you don't lose out on flavor. So I didn't mention before, and my mother is probably would have reminded me anyway. When you've cleaned your prawns, make sure that you've deveined them, because that's not a pleasant thing to bite into. And we've also deheaded the prawns, and some of them have shells on. Shells give it really good flavor, and some of them have no shells on, because you want to cater for people that maybe don't want to deal with having to take the shells off the prawns. So it's half shelled and half shells on.
It should give you that nice
Yeah.
seafood taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we usually have this at Eid, and
Yes.
it's quite a hit with everybody.
Yes. Everybody loves the prawn and it has prawn curry. We'll always lunch from our 16 and then we'll take prawn curry.
Yeah, it's look, it's not something that's cheap to make, but it's really worth making for that special occasion like Eid, or like I said, some other celebration that you might have. So you just want that to cook, and you want the color to deepen before you add the cream.
Now I'm just going to take the butter and add it in here. And then I'm going to add the onion. Once the butter is melted, I'll add the onion. Okay, it's nice to braise the onion in real butter. I love using real butter. Just the smell of it does it all. So I'll take the butter's nicely melted now. So I'll take the onion and I'll add it here. And it must just be an off color, like not brown, because otherwise the rice will look dark. So I just give it a braise till it's yellowish,
A golden
color. Hey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ready to add the cream now while the onions braise, because the prawns look like they're almost cooked, so they can cook further with the cream. And then that cooks for another few minutes until until the prawns are perfectly cooked. Remember, raw prawns are not edible, so just make sure that you're not serving your guests anything raw.
Yeah, this is almost done. Just a few more minutes because of the potatoes slow.
So after I added the cream, I added in some freshly chopped coriander, and that just gives it a nice freshness at the end.
And then I'll just give it a quick braise. It doesn't have to be long. So now I'm going to add it to the rice, the cooked rice. And okay, will you do the stirring for me because you like to do that? So I'll just add it to the rice. And I will just do the stirring now.
So it's best to use a fork, because you don't want to break the rice up and then it becomes starchy. So it's just easier to pull the rice apart using a fork and getting the onions and the coriander everywhere. And that's done. The prawns are done. The rice is done.
As quick as that.
Yeah.
That's fine.